It's your guy who is never lying. Sometimes defiant TP Way the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking with me. I know and understand you could have been anywhere else, but you are here with me, man. I appreciate you. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I need all my New York Giants soldiers to make sure we all united and we go on this journey together. So please, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I need your engagement, all right? So let's go ahead, push that to the side, and let's talk about what needs to be talked about. The New York Giants has checked off preseason game number 2 versus the Houston Texans.
Well, I don't feel as good as I'd like to feel.
Right, okay.
But that's okay. Yeah.
In New York Giant fashion, we are going to give the haters and the rest of the world something to talk about. And let me just start by saying this. I realize that the Texans is a good football team. They are no slouch, and they look like they're ready to bring it. The aura that is over there right now, even with the fan base, I have never seen that from them. So they are all in right now. The momentum is definitely their way. So with that being said, I think we had some good work. I like the fact that we played a good team like such. We're able to take from that. We have a measuring stick on what we need to work on and what we did good with. So let's just start with the first drive. The first drive, the Texans elect to defend, so we get the ball first. Very first play, Daniel Jones almost throws a pick.
Lord Jesus.
I'm not a big fan of the blame game and all of that, but I got to keep it real with y'all. It was a lazy route by Malik Neighbors, man. Probably anxious to get the ball, excited, amped up, ran a lazy route. The corner was able to pick up on it. Good play, good break on the ball. Curl routes across the board, and it was almost picked off. I know and understand that at the end of the day, everything bad that happens, Daniel Jones is going to be the head of that monster. Daniel Jones also takes a shot down the field to connect with Malik Neighbors. He just cannot bring the ball in to make it a completion. I've heard reports of Malik Neighbors having some drops in practice, but it's nothing for me to worry about because all in all, he has definitely made up for it more times than none and has made some spectacular catches to help forget about the drops. And it's just part of the game, to be honest. I'm not over-analyzing that. Good ball placement by Daniel Jones. We run a screenplay. It could have been more successful if Jermaine Illuminor picks up the block on the safety. Theo Johnson tries to hurdle the dude. It doesn't go as quite as planned. But all in all, I like the idea. I like the play calling on the first drive. And they were put to the test, man. That Houston Texan offense is something serious. But at the end of the day, I like how we matched up against them. I was really paying attention to Deonte Banks. I thought this was a good test for him as he lined up against Stephon Diggs. Had a catch completed on him by Nico Collins. All in all, he made it difficult for him to complete that catch, which is what I really wanted to see, like I've said before. As long as Deonte Banks is making it difficult for these dudes, I'll take that. The Texans get into their red zone. Our defense turns it up a notch. Shout out to our defensive line.
Yeah, boy.
I loved what I seen in that red zone area. Deonte Banks plays the ball very well versus Stephon Diggs. They had a one-on-one situation in the corner of the end zone. Then our defensive line shows out. Everybody from Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, and even Elijah Chapman makes a play to cause a stop. Now, I understand that if this was game situation, they would have probably kicked the field goal and had 3 points on the board. They go for it, which causes Daniel Jones and the offense to have the ball in Houston Texans territory, and they got ugly, man. Of course, y'all have already seen it. Daniel Jones throws a pick six.
Y'all killing me with this.
Tries to hit a quick out route, doesn't like what he sees, double pumps, try to roll out, try to then squeeze it into a receiver. It was just ugly and boneheaded by Daniel Jones.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
It's been said before, and I like the way this is put. Daniel Jones' problems are usually up here, between the ears. He should have just threw that thing up. Or even try your luck by throwing it in the dirt. I understand that intentional grounding is an automatic safety. You try to prevent yourself from doing so. But the pick six is the absolute worst thing you can do in that scenario. So just boneheadedness by Daniel Jones. So unfortunately, the Giants offense gets back on the field after that pick six. And I must say, there were some good things, man. There were some good things to take away from that draft before it ended the way it ended. First off, shout out to the offensive line, man. Oh my God. Beautiful job by the offensive line.
That brother's starving.
And this just goes to the point of Daniel Jones' play. He has to succeed. When your offensive line is playing as well as they played just then, you have to succeed. Granted, I like the way he looked this whole drive. But I also want to shout out Devin Singletary. Just a really good performance by him. The stuff that we didn't like by Saquon is the stuff that we really should like about Devin Singletary. Seeing the hole, hitting the hole, running hard, not being indecisive. And at the same time, he got some wiggle to him. Making dudes miss and taking it to dudes.
You know, pause. We grown men here. We're comfortable in our skin. We don't have to say pause.
Throughout this whole game, man, Devin Singletary looks really good. Clearly is the running back one. It's giant salute to him, man. I enjoyed his performance. He showed me all I needed to see. So then, of course, Daniel Jones throws a second pick to Jalen Hyatt. Moved the ball well up the field. I enjoyed the fact that Daniel Jones had a 12-yard run in that drive. Looked good running on that knee. Everything was, chef's kiss. It just ended ugly. Now again, I hate to do the blame game thing, man. But I have to keep it real with y'all because there's everybody out there already just waiting to kill Daniel Jones. Now, I will give y'all this. In the perfect world, yeah, the ball could have been placed in a better spot. I still think it was a good ball. I think it was Stingler who made the pick. He just makes a really, really good play on the ball. I also believe Jalen Hyatt could have been more aggressive. Now listen, I understand no matter what I say, coming from that standpoint, it's just going to look like I'm caping for Daniel Jones. When all actuality, take it how you want to take it. I'm just giving you the real. That's the only way I could give it to you. I like the shot down the field. I think it was a good decision. I'm glad to see Daniel Jones throw these 50-50 balls to these receivers, give them a chance to make a play. I think when he does that, receivers have to make something shake, man. 2 picks in the preseason game, I understand it's ugly. But it wasn't as ugly as most are trying to portray. Speaking of ugly, McFadden gets hurt. He gets carted off the field. I'm not sure of his status right now, but definitely didn't look good.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I was just talking about him too, man. I was just telling y'all how I was looking forward to seeing him this year. Definitely a disappointment. I thought he looked good running from sideline to sideline. He was up there making some tackles. But by this time, the momentum is all the way with the Texans. Right before they pull their starters out, they just moved the ball right up the field. First quarter ends. We get a stop. Daniel Jones and the first team offense takes the field. Nobody is going to really credit to this, but Daniel Jones looks good. Offense looks good. We connect with Malik Neighbors. We hit a beautiful shot downfield to Darius Slayton. Overall, we just look how we supposed to look.
Yeah, little vibe.
I know there's going to be a lot of overreacting. I purposely haven't even hopped on Twitter yet because I know it's a mess up there. But there's some good things to take from this game, man. Of course, we got some things to clean up. Of course, we have some rust to knock off. But don't listen to anybody who has thrown away the towel, who is trying to make you believe that Daniel Jones was a complete disaster, that this team is done. Nah, man, that's not what I seen, yo. Overall, man, I will grade our performance a C+. Now, I'm going to just give some giant salutes to a couple of guys, and then I'm out of here. So, giant salute to each and everybody on that starting offensive line. Chef's kiss. I seen some clean pockets. A good push up front for Devin Singletary to do his thing. We need that. We need that. That's the type of energy we need. I haven't seen that in some time, so I'm hype about that. Giant salute to Elijah Chapman. Really stepping up big time, man. Really stepping up big time. I think he has definitely earned himself a place on this team. He is a name that's been floating around pretty heavy. He played really well, man. So, giant salute to him. Again, giant salute to Devin Singletary, man. I like his style of the way he runs the rock. You could tell that he's all in. You could tell that he has something that he wants to prove and show the world. He has taken on that new 2-6 role. The sky is the limit, man. As long as he is healthy, we got a good back, man. We got a good back in Devin Singletary for sure. Let's stay locked in. Let's hope for an injury-free week. We are one step closer to week 1 versus the Minnesota Vikings. Giant salute to you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.